me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Attack here, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Off the play fake, Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On third down, Murray. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Target.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Black 99 Philly. Come back.
Watson on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Miller. First by him near the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Off play action. Murray dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Come back, come back. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shane Ray able to drop him for a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Green the line. Green the line.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Finding room inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson got a man and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Bostic able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Reset.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Here's Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, Watson. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Off the play fake. Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available to him for him.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The former first-round pick, Shane Ray, in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Come back.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Luke Kuechly coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's got daylight. And all the way down to the 26. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Murray. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Gano's kick is right through. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Out to his left. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray, he rifles complete, caught by Moore. A good pickup there of 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's Murray. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Black 99 Philly. Tiger.
To throw on second is Watson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They ended up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now The punter gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. Power linebacker.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now out comes Houston. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He's to the 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 44 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tiger. Come back. Hey.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Reset.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Cunningham in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Whitney merciless. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
On 1st down, Murray. Now he's forced out right. Murray with a nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Watch it now, Barney.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Murray. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, Murray. flush to his right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they